you're going to visit the Florida Keys and the weather's too windy for water fun, we've got a special place for you. It's called Point Hammock, and it's like a hidden treasure. Point Hammock has a really, really long history. A super long time ago, even before Columbus came to America, Native Americans lived there. Later on, some early settlers and people from the Bahamas made this place their home. Right when we went in, we went straight to the museum. This is actually considered the Crane House. It has old stuff from a long time ago, things about nature, and even things about sea animals. We didn't stay there too long because we were so excited to get outside and explore the place, especially with the fish pedicure everyone was talking about. For our family though, this is considered a school day. So everything that we learn about and talk about inside is considered school for the day, so the kids don't have anything else to do. So if you've ever heard of us talk about unschooling, this is basically what it is. We talk about exactly what's in front of us and learn and ask questions. And even Joseph and I will ask questions to the kids, and sometimes they know more than what we do. But isn't that the goal? The last little bit of this museum was all about the wildlife. Once we got outside, we saw some animals and old things. Most of the animals were fish and turtles. This is also a great place to have your picnic, as it's kind of like a circle with things all around. So here we're looking at the turtles, and our inner kids came out and played with all of the pirate gear. Overall, if our kids were a little bit younger, this would have been a huge hit. So now we are off to the trails, and they were amazing. They had signs that told us what we were looking at, and there were even butterfly gardens. The museum did give us a map that showed the trails and what cool things to see while walking. The trail was around 1.5 miles, so it wasn't super long, but I would recommend bringing a water bottle and maybe some snacks if your family gets hungry easily like ours. Trust me, once we get hungry, it is not fun. Luckily, we had lunch waiting for us when we were done, so we were able to push through a little bit longer. A lot of people enjoy going for hikes when they're on vacation or traveling all the time, like we do. This place was perfect for a quick stop because, except for some bridges, there really isn't any long walking paths in the middle to lower Keys. It's pretty much the most natural and nature-filled thing we've experienced since coming to the Florida Keys, and it felt really refreshing. The only other place would be Bahia Honda. Something we did not expect and we had no idea we would see was a wildlife bird center. Some of the birds we had never seen before, so this was pretty cool. These birds are taken in because they cannot survive out in the wild, so Point Hammock takes care of them permanently, and it was just really cool to see. Overall, this was our second favorite thing because, drumroll please, the fish pedicure was next. Now, you might have seen fish pedicures available in salons or at pedicure places, but typically those are illegal because they starve the fish. So going to a place like this where the fish have plenty to eat and are not being starved, they just simply want to eat at your feet, was super, super cool. It felt like soft feathers tickling our skin all over. But beware, because the platform was kind of small, so I suggest going on a not so busy day or you might have to wait your turn. The last amazing thing that we had seen was the Cuban boats. Now, we talked about this in another video, but a quick version is that people from Cuba make boats out of whatever they can find, and they head over to the US because we're only around, I believe, 60 or 90 miles away from Cuba from the Florida Keys. So when they arrive, some of these boats are kept and showcased throughout all of the Keys. It's a very humbling experience to view these boats and what people have sacrificed to get to somewhere that we were just born into. And then we circled right around back to the front after a few more trails. So here's a turtle and examples of the wildlife that we saw at the Point building. And then we had lunch, and it was time to remember to go out front and show you guys the train that's seen from the front of the road. So if you see this train, then you know you're close and pull on in because you guys will not regret it.